Hi everyone. All right. So yesterday we were practicing multiplying fractions, and today I'm going to do some word problems with you. Let's take a look. We've got a third of a cake. That belongs to Benny. Okay, Benny's going to share, he's going to cut his cake into thirds, and he's going to give 1/3 of it to Jerry. Yay. Okay, so you know how to do this already. You did this yesterday and you declared it so easy. So here we go. He's cutting it into thirds, and 1/3 to Jerry would be this piece right here. So we already know with the multiplication that that's 1/3 times 1/3, and that would be 1/9. We can count them and we can circle them and we can do the multiplication. All right, now we're moving ahead. This is a level 2 thing. Now imagine that Benny now decides to be a little bit generous with Jerry. He decides to give away not just 1/3, but 2/3 of his 1/3 of a cake. So what's that going to look like? If this is 1/3 of the cake that Benny has, then this would be 2/3 of the cake that Benny has. Remember, Benny doesn't have any of that piece of cake over there, so he's giving away 2/3 of the cake, which is what? That's 2 pieces. 2 times 1 is 2, and we still have 9 pieces. It's out of 9, right? 2/9. We don't have 9 pieces, but it's as if we had at one point. All right. Now, we have a smaller piece here. Let's see how we can apply that same understanding to this piece. Now we have a smaller piece, and that piece belongs to Fernando. And Fernando, he has 1/5 of a piece of cake because he already ate the whole thing all by himself. And now he's going to share that 1/5 with, he's going to share that with Mikey, but he's only going to cut it into thirds. So here we go. He's cutting, again, 1/3 of his 1/5. We know that that's going to be 1/3 of his 1/5. So what does Mikey end up with there? He ends up with that little piece, which is no longer a third, but it's it's no longer a 1/5, but 1/3 of a 1/5. So fortunately, we just get to multiply. 1 times 1 is 1. 3 times 5 is 15. So now he has 1/15 of a cake. Sorry, Mikey, that's not very much cake. All right, Mikey's upset, and he says to Fernando, "Come on, Fernando, you can be more generous than that. You already ate 4/5 of your cake. I think that you can give me more than just 1/15 of your cake." And Fernando says, "Okay, you know what? I'll give you 2/3 of my 1/5. So he gives him not just 1 piece, but 2 pieces, and that's what that's going to look like. 2/3 of 1/5 is 2 times 1 is 2. There's his 2 pieces. 3 times 5 is 15, right? He's got 15 pieces here, so that's 2/15 that he gives to Mikey. All right. Now we're on to the next page. We're doing fourths this time. I want you to apply what you just learned on this page here. I think you can do it. I'll show you my results when we're done. I'm going to pause it here. Good luck. All right, so here's what I did. I cut and circled. So 1/2 is what we had. I split it into quarters, and that's what that looks like. 1/4 of 1/2 would be this part right here, which is 1/8. 2, 4, 6, 8. Yep, we've got 8 pieces in one of them. Okay, here, 3/4. We're splitting it the same way, but this time instead of 1/8, I have 3/8. Okay, this one, I made a mistake, but you should only have that little bit shaded in. 1/4 of 1/3 is that little box up there. So that's 1 piece out of 3, 6, 9, 12, right? 4 times 3 is 12. Okay. 3/4 of 1/3. Now, so our 1/4 was this bit. So now we're talking about 3/4. 1, 2, 3, 3/12 this time. And I do see some that we can simplify. This one I know we can simplify, and we should be able to see some fractions, and these other ones we don't simplify. But that would be, I want you to be able to also simplify when you see that, right? We can divide each by 3, and that can be the same as 1/4. That looks right. That's about 1/4. I agree with that. Okay, next page. Okay, so the next page is not too different, but I want you to notice something. Now we're not talking about 1/3, 1/4. We're talking about 2/3. So let's see what happens when we do 2/3. Sorry, 1/3 of 2/3 or 2/3 of 2/3. So we're splitting our 2/3 up into thirds. Okay, this is up into thirds. So, okay, here in this case, we had 2/3, and we're trying to figure out 1/3 of 2/3. So 1/3 would be this piece right here. Okay, that's 1/3 of 2/3. How much is that? I want you to do the box first every time, because if you're filling in boxes after you've done the math, then you're not doing it. You're not representing what's actually happening. So please, the math is to check your work and to check your boxes. So in this case, we should have 2 3/6/9, and that's exactly what we have. That's great. Okay, but now in this case, all right, our 1/3 was here. That means that 2/3 is right here. So I want you to use your colored pencil to color that in. There we go. So 2/3 of 2/3 is 2, 4, yep, 4/9. Okay, see if you can do the same with the ones below. Here we're breaking into fourths. Okay, 1/4 of 2/3 is 2/12. It should look like that when you've got your box colored in. And 3/4 of 2/3, it should look like this when you color in your box. It should be 6/12. And I do see that we can simplify, so please do. We can divide both of those to simplify. I'm going to have you do that. Okay, next page is very much the same. I think you can do this on your own, right? We're talking about thirds again. We're talking about fourths down here. Okay, you should be able to do this. Go ahead and do that on your own. Both pages. So level 3, this page and the next page you should be able to do on your own. Ask for help if you need it. Okay, we're going to move on to level 4. This is trickier and harder. So let's give this a try. Level 4, I haven't colored them in. So fraction is 5/6. Color in your 5/6, please. There we go. Okay, 2/3 of 5/6. Okay, you're going to draw 1, 2, the 2/3 of 5/6. 3/5, you're going to color in your 3/5. Okay, so this is a little bit of a level up because they're not colored in, but I still think that you can do this if you could do the first pages. All right, continue on. This is more of the same. Please continue on with that. There's an answer key if you need it. And, yep, continue on the last page. All right. Oh, sorry. And what do we have here? Oh, this is the very last page. This is what we're going to review on Monday, but here we've got 5/3. 1/2, this should be easy, you guys. 1/2 of 5/3, cut it in half. Okay, the 1/2 of 5/3 is the top bit. All of this is the 1/2 of 5/3. What is that? That is 5/6. Okay, 1/2 of 3/3 is all of this. Okay, so that is 3/6. But take a look. We know that this can be simplified, and we should be able to see just by looking at it that 3/6, we can divide it to find a simplified answer. 3 divided by 3 is 1, 6 divided by 3 is 2, and yes, that is 1/2 that we're looking at. All right, 1/2 of 5/4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. 1/2 of 5/4 is this. Okay. There it is, all of this. Okay, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? 5/8. Okay. 1/3 of 4/4. There it is. Now, this is the same thing as above. There's my third. Okay, so we're looking at 1/3. 1 times 4 is 4. 3 times 4 is 12. This should get us the same thing. 1/2 of 3/3 is, we're talking about a half of a whole, a third of a whole. So this should equal a third, right? Because it's a 1/3 of one whole. And we can check that math. 4 divided by 3, 12 divided by 3. Sorry, 4 divided by 4, 12 divided by 4. 4 divided by 4 is 1. 12 divided by 4 is 3. So that's 1/3. All right, good luck, everyone.